It does.
Okay. Hi everyone, good evening to all. So let me share my screen and then we'll start the session. Okay, so I can see all people almost join the session. Let me see who all are joined. Okay, guys. So please mute guys yourself, right? So welcome you all in the Gwinnett Technology, and today we are going to discuss about the Palo Alto Firewall. So we'll discuss everything about the Palo Alto Firewall, right? How this Palo Alto Firewall is going to be like work, what are the best practices, right? And what are different use case we have to just configure and troubleshoot and deploy the Palo Alto Firewall. So everything we are trying to understand, we'll try to see. So once again, welcome you all in the Gwinnett Technology. Before I start the session, may I know anyone in the class who not understand the Hindi? Anyone in the class who just know only English? Hello, Rajesh. I can see 16, 17 people are here. Anyone in the class who don't know English? I mean Hindi. Madhusudan, you able to understand Hindi, English both?
Yes, sir.
So comfortable with
I
both.
know
sir.
both Hindi and English.
Okay, good. Why I just asked because we just want to make sure like everyone understands, so not have the language barrier. Okay. Rajesh, yes, it's started. You're not able to hear? Okay, see you saying no Hindi. Okay, no problem. We'll try to discuss in English. Okay, later we'll see. See, Rajesh, right? Basically, you have to rejoin because might be you have some kind of the audio issue problem. Because from my side, it's okay. Everything is fine. Okay, so let's start. So, guys, I'll be your instructor, and I'm going to discuss from very scratch how this Palo Alto Firewall curriculum is going to look like. What is the step-by-step approach to become a firewall engineer? And if when you have the already some experience in the firewall and you want to learn the Palo Alto Firewall, then what is the right step-by-step approach to learn this Palo Alto Firewall? And also we'll do the later on, not today, some comparative analysis where we'll try to compare different firewalls like the Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, Cisco ASA, and other cloud-based firewall also. And we'll try to understand why this Palo Alto firewall having a lot of demand in the market. Why this FortiGate firewall have a lot of demand in the market. And at the same time, what are the key challenges associated with other vendor firewall which is not available with the Palo Alto firewall? And what are the unique feature available with the Palo Alto firewall that is not available with other vendor firewall? That's why it's a huge demand in the market for the network security engineer, especially who have the Palo Alto skill set. So that also we are trying to like explore in the upcoming session. Basically, we'll try to explore. So why I'm just talking about this Palo Alto is a next generation firewall? Because there is a reason behind it. You can see here it's written next generation firewall. So if I talk about the firewall, we have the two type of the firewall. if you guys have any background, which I'll discuss later on, what is the two types of firewall. So one is the legacy firewall and one is the next generation firewall. So legacy firewall, I'm giving the very brief understanding for time being. So Shoki, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
please ask. Please ask
Hi.
question first.
Yeah, so I am working in Netgear actually. I'm
Mhm.
working in switches and routers as an enterprise.
Mhm.
Yeah. Will it be good for me to go for this Palo Alto and all that?
Okay. So what all skills that you have?
Yeah, I know routing switching.
Okay.
Yes, I'm like most of the time in Netgear routers, sorry, switches and routers, we use the GUI commands, not the CLI is actually.
Okay, understood. So basically, you are the network engineer, and being a network engineer, you're just managing the routing switching, where you're doing the router switches configuration, troubleshooting, and management. So I'm taking this question, guys. So don't mind. We'll have to understand the even the job roles also and the future perspective as well. What are the future future requirement for the network engineer or might be the security engineer?
Sure,
So
sir.
me right now, if you have the just routing switching skills, that's a good, right? You're going to become very good L1 engineer, or you're going to become the L2 engineer, or you're going to become the L3 engineer based on that skill set. And you're going to earn very good amount of the package as well, right? 5 LPA, you can go 10 LPA, right? You want to go 15 LPA, that you can go that. That's no
Sure,
problem.
sir.
I'm just muting. So many engineers are getting that package without any problem based on the routing switching. Means if I'm talking about the routing switching, means you have the good CCNA knowledge, you have the good CCNP knowledge. Even I'm talking about CCNP, advanced routing, advanced switching. Some you have the wireless knowledge, along with you have some kind of the SD-WAN knowledge. Then you are going to get up to 15 lakh package very easily without any problem. But what after that? Are you going to get 20 LPA easily? Are you going to get 25 LPA? Are you going to get 30 plus LPA? The answer is it's very difficult for you. It's very difficult based on this skill set, right? So my suggestion nowadays company are asking the resource, means they are hiring the resource which are multi-skill, multi-skills. That means they have the normal routing switching, along with they must have some firewall knowledge. And if you want to add some load balancer as well, that is like also going to be very helpful for you. So this kind of the routing, switching, SD-WAN and firewalls are the key demand in the market. So if you really want to become a very good engineer in the market, if you really want to earn very good package in the market, then you must have to learn this technology. But if you want to stay 5 LPA, 10 LPA, and you want to just survive and stay for next 5 year or 10 year, probably next 5 year would be the good. But after even next 5 year, it is going to very difficult to survive in the industry because somebody is going to replace even on the same LPA because the industry is growing. People are coming more and more in the networking and security field. And from day one, even colleges are like giving the training for the CCNA, firewalls, cybersecurity. So those people are going to come in a field and being a fresher, if they have the very good knowledge as compared to you, so they will easily replace you because they are going to get a package might be 3 LPA, 4 LPA, and you having the 5 LPA, 10 LPA, so they will easily replace to you. So that time you are going to be outdated, you are going to be like feel very helpless. So why not I can start something from the beginning of my career without any delay. So that's why my recommendation, you become a multi-skill engineer instead of just a single track. Okay. Shok, you understand why it is very important?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand.
So that's why I would suggest you should learn some firewall skills. You should learn some SD-WAN skills. You should learn some next generation cloud technology as well. Okay. But you keep learning, keep adding keywords in your CV. Thank you so much. So let's back to the top. Any other question, guys, before I can back to the topic? Any other questions anyone have? Please let me know. Regarding the career, if you have any kind of the things. Okay. So see, we're asking about the freshers, right? So see, for freshers, right, we have the like different like approach. For freshers, might be you can go for the internship first if you are just done your BTech or might be the fourth year. So you just go with the to give some insight about the corporate world, cybersecurity field as well. And also we have the internship paid programs where in internship paid program, what you're going to get, you're going to get dedicated trainers where you're going to upgrade yourself in the networking security and as well cloud computing. That program is going to launch by the next month. So you can just have the very good idea about the networking. You can see the live component, real devices, and you can just make a project and you can just add those keywords in the CV. So once you have the very basic foundation during the colleges, there is a high chance you are going to place in the good MNC because there are a lot of opening for the networking security engineer. So we have the very lot of opening network and security engineer. So you can easily going to find the job. Even you are not able to find the job, you can just start your journey with the CCNA again. That is a depth CCNA certification. After depth CCNA certification, what you can do that you can learn everything about routing and switching, and then you could go for the CCNP as well. So at that point, once you have done the CCN and CCNP, there is the 100% chance you're going to get a job because you just have to present yourself. Because if you go in the Naukri portal, if you're going to find for the network engineer fresher jobs, a lot of jobs are available. So there is no way to say like if you are going to do honestly CCN and CCNP, you are not going to find a job. So this is how fresher journey is going to be happen. Guys, my voice is clear, right? Everyone can confirm. Anyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Great. So let's back to the firewall. Again, back to the firewall. What is the Palo Alto firewall and what we are going to get throughout the session in the Palo Alto next generation firewall? So if I talk the firewall, let me move to the next slide. How this training module is going to happen? Definitely the course structure I'll discuss. Duration of this program I'll discuss. Then I'll come to the course content and then I'll explain step by step what all these things we are going to cover throughout this journey. So as we doing everything online, right now. So the entire program is going to happen via the online. That is an instructor-led training program. I'll be your instructor. I'll be talk one-to-one throughout the journey. You all guys are going to join, and we have to design some lab. We have to understand some theoretical concept. We have to do some kind of the research. We have to do some kind of the troubleshooting. That is going to happen via the, like right now you are attending the session via the Zoom. Similarly, we have to do via the live sessions. And the training is going to be happen for this next 2 months, right? This is not network engineer program. That is for the security engineer program. Somehow it was typo. So we are going to talk about the complete security portfolio. We are going to deploy the real firewalls in the lab scenario. And at the end, right, just simple lab topology you can see here, that is going to available 24/7. Means once you are going to enroll yourself with us, you are going to get lab 24/7. That is going to be accessible from anywhere. Means if you're sitting in the home, office, or traveling, you just require laptop, you require the internet, that is going to be accessible and you can practice as per your flexible timing. There is no restrictions like lab is off for the 4 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours. It is not going to happen that way. So this lab is going to provide it where you are going to configure the real firewalls. These are the virtual images, but actual these are the real firewall. Means everything what you can do and find on the real firewall, the same thing you are going to get here as well. So there is no any difference you are going to find. Exactly. Right now, let me show one of the dashboard. So I have two set of the firewall right now. One set of this firewall, you can see this is the IP 118. So let me just log in it. So I'm logging to this firewall. And this is the one firewall where I can have the image version is 10.0. Let me show you. So this is the one firewall which you going to see that version is 10.0. But I'll show you one more firewall, which is the top latest firewall available in the industry. Means after this version, there is no release version available in the Palo Alto side. So this is a 10.0. You can see 10.0.3. This is software version. That is the latest on you are going to get the trainings. Apart from that, you can see here, we have the super latest firewall. You can go and Google it. This is the version 11.2.3.h3. This version is top notch and the highest version available on the Palo Alto. Right now, this is the latest version released by the Palo Alto, and this firewall also you're going to find in the lab where you can do any kind of research if you want to do that. So there's no restriction. We have the version for the firewall. You can get the three versions, that 9.0.0, 10.0.0, and 11.2.3.h3. This is the super latest firewall also. So why I'm just explaining these all things, because you have to be understand the importance of the versions. Because now let's suppose someone is going to give a training on the older version, and let's say you have to do something on the latest version. So probably some feature might be you're not going to explore, something you're not going to get, somehow logs is going to look like, how the different section is going to look like. That is going to cover in the this latest version. So we'll see. There is no major difference is going to happen, but at least you can visualize the interface type of the firewall. That's the most important thing, guys, right? That's why I'm showing this kind of the firewall versions as well, right? So we'll explore all three versions throughout the training, and some labs we are going to do on the version 9.0, some lab we are going to do on the 10.0, some labs I'll show on the 11.0 because it's also integrated with our lab sections. So you don't have to worry about anything. So labs that is going to be available. Now let's talk about how the training structure is going to look like and how many modules we are going to cover in throughout this Palo Alto trainings. So in this particular Palo Alto trainings, we total have the 12 modules, and this module further classified in different subtopics. So we'll start with our training with the initial platform architectures. You guys can see here. We can start with the architectures, initial configuration, security and NAT policies, application ID, content ID, file blocking, WildFire, management and operation, SL decryption, user ID, VPN concept, management reporting, high availability. Just one question from the everyone, because you all are the engineers. Because I'm not going to show right now course content, but tell me, put your like remark in chat, or even you can speak it. How many keywords you are familiar out of these 12 keywords? Just tell me which all you know that, or you heard about it in your past, any experience if you're working in somewhere. Like you know about the platform and architecture, you know about the NAT security policy, at least you know the meaning. Anyone know about that? What does meaning of these different topics we have? Anyone? Or everyone like thinking it's a new for me? You can put your answer in chat as well, so I can just understand. I just mute to Rajesh. No one? Okay, so no need to worry. So guys, if you don't really know about these things, right, you don't have to worry about anything. Like I can see I have some kind of the response like Kumari Nikki saying it's new for like for her or him, I believe. 2, 3 he know that, but rest Dinesh no 2, 3. So guys, trust me, because these are the new trending things, and if you really want to learn, then you start thinking about the topic name as well. Let's suppose you want to purchase the car. So first you have to decide the name of the brand, right? Which car actually I'm want to purchase. If you want to purchase the mobile phone, so first you have to understand about the model of the particular mobile phone, and you can just do some research and you can understand some terminology. Then you probably go and purchase the car or mobile phone, whatever. So at least you have to make your mindset. What I mean, at least you have to make your mindset and you have to take a snap like these things I'm going to learn in this particular Palo Alto journey. So at least you remember about the topics. Once you have the good topics, then you have the subtopics information. kind of the content which next. You can see this is the first architecture and the platform for the Palo Alto Firewall. So why this architecture and platform is like very important? Let's assume, right, you have the very good hardware. Means if you have the cars from any provider, might be the Hyundai, might be the you have the car for the like Audi, BMW, anything. So at least you should know how many tires have the car, how the steering is going to look like, how basically engine capacity is going to look, how much fuel tank we have, how much they have the brakes, braking system capacity and all. So you should know about the architecture of the car, how physically the car is going to look like. And then you understand what are different feature they have and how we can utilize different features. So similarly, let's suppose you have the Palo Alto Firewall and you want to visualize how my Palo Alto Firewall is going to look like and how they are going to process the packet. Means any packet is going to come from the your internal network and want to go to the external network via the firewall. Then how these packets are going to process by the firewall. And then once packet is going to land in the firewall, then how the step-by-step flow is going to happen. Let me show you. So we have the architecture that is known as single pass architecture with the parallel processing software that is known as SP3 architecture, which is known as the SP3 architecture. And trust me, this SP3 architecture, 99.99%, not my word, it is going to ask for the every interview. Means this SP3 architecture is always going to ask for the any interview if you're going to appear for the Palo Alto. And that's why it's a very important. So we will explore how this SP3 architecture is going to be look like and how the step-by-step packet flow is going to happen. So let me show you some packet flow diagram also, so you can just correlate how actually the packet flow is going to be look like. So it's a little bit complex, guys, if I talk about the packet flow of the Palo Alto Firewall. So we have to understand the complete life cycle of the packet when the packet is going to come from the ingress interface. And what does means ingress? Means let's suppose I have the firewall and this firewall have some one interface that is my input interface, and this firewall want to send packet that is the output interface, right? So we have the input and output. Let's suppose this output is ISP network, your internet is connected here, and there is your LAN network. So your LAN is here. So any packet come from the PC and want to land this particular interface, it might be your gig 0 by 0 and this is a gig 0 by 1. Just take an example. So this interface is known as the also ingress interface, and where the packet is going to be out, that is your egress interface. So before the packet going to hit the Palo Alto interface, and after hitting inside of the Palo Alto interface, it is going to jumble around the Palo Alto firewall and then it is going to out. Before out and after in, what all processing is going to happen? What is the slow path? What is my fast path? What is the ingress stage? What is the firewall inspection? What is the SSL inspection? What is the SSL decryptions, right? What is the tunnel inspection? What is my application identification? What is my content inspection? And then we have the final egress interface. Isn't this like something new for you all? Raise me your hand, give me thumbs up. You really hearing first time these all kind of the packet flow? Have you heard about any kind of the router switches or any kind of the concept? Just give me yes or no if you have any kind of knowledge, right? So this is something you have to really understand end to end packet life cycle which is going to process by the firewall. And that's make a difference between our normal engineer to the next generation engineer. That's why I'm talking about this firewall is known as the next generation firewall, because they have the amazing feature. You can just explore real time. If you want to block any website, if I want to allow WhatsApp, I want to allow Facebook, I want to allow YouTube, how company are just blocking these all kind of the application, and even you can't realize what is happening background. If you are accessing any kind of the bad website, just take gambling, might be datings, might be adult, might be some kind of the crypto, how suddenly your website is not going to open from the office network? That's the firewall. That's the brain of the firewall. That's the brain of the cloud security. That's the brain of the proxy security, which is going to integrate with your firewalls, your network, and then they are going to help you to just, block any kind of the restricted website, URL, any virus, any malware, any antivirus, means any virus, any vulnerability, any DOS, any worm, any file, any kind of zero day attack. So we'll discuss what is that. So probably this all term is going to be very new for everyone, but we have to explore together, and not only explore, also we have to test in the real production environment. That's the most important. So the lab design in such way, let's suppose I'm showing in this lab topology, and we have the very good kind of the scenario. A lot of labs are available. You can see it's just simple labs, but you can see this is the one lab, this is the one lab, this is another lab. So a lot of labs we have, you can see. So different lab topology, side to side VPN, we have to do that. Then we have the active passive HA scenario, we have the panorama scenario, we have the active scenario, we have the global product scenario, we have some kind of test lab. So we have to explore in a different scenario, use case in a different lab, and also we have to explore the real time use case. Means, let's suppose any vulnerability is going to be attacked, any DOS is going to attack on this your network, this side, or might be this interface. So how the firewall is going to protect from DOS attack, and who is going to do the DOS attack? So we have the Kali Linux machine. You can see that is basically capable to do any DOS attack, any vulnerability attack, any kind of the malicious file generation. So everything we can do that, and based on that, the Palo Alto Firewall is going to take an action, and it is going to either block or either allow. So that also will get the hands-on experience in real time. You're going to see how it is going to happen. Okay. So that's why packet flow, and then we just have to understand the architecture. Once we have the basic theoretical, these all are going to be theory. Okay. So this entire module we are going to cover as a theory. There is no practical at all. But here your job is going to be start, means day zero configuration. Day zero config means if you want to deploy anything inside your network, so how day zero config is going to be happen? That's the most important. So day zero configuration means, let's suppose you are the engineer and your manager or team lead give the one of the firewall, that is a Palo Alto firewall, and they ask you to just do some basic configuration and take the console access, do the SSH of the firewall, and log in via GUI. Likewise, what is GUI? You can see this is the GUI. This all is the GUI of the firewall. So you have the firewall and you have to do these three tasks. So how you can do that? So for that, you have to understand what is the initial deployment method of the firewall. What is the day zero configuration of the firewall, right? And how I can do the configuration management. What is the first step? How can I take the console? I will tell you how the console is going to be look like. How you can take the remote access, means via the management IP address, via SSH, via telnet, that is for the CLI, and how I can take the remote access via HTTP, yes, or might be the HTTP. Why HTTP? Why HTTPS? Via graphical user interface. So these we are going to understand and discuss in the initial configuration, and at the same time, you are going to understand what is the configuration management, what is the best practice to do the configuration management, what is the licensing and software upgrade, and what is the account administration. Account administration, let's suppose in your Palo Alto firewall, let's suppose this is the firewall. This firewall required to manage by the L1 team and the L2 team and L3 team. So this is not possible. All team have the similar kind of access. Might be he will require the read only access. He will require read access along with limited write only access, means some portion he can do the write, but not all the portions. Let's suppose he can create the routing, but not create the policy. So how it is going to be limited? This is the L3, he need a full access. So how this is going to get the full access? If there is super admin, Then what does mean super admin? Okay, so how it is going to configure the super admin as well. So that all we are going to explore in the account administration. So at least being engineer, you are going to get someone role delegation, access delegation, RBAC, basically role back access, role based access. So these are going to be covered in the initial configuration. And that's going to be apply for the any kind of the like firewall or any kind of the like user who you want to define it. Guys, any question till here? Please let me know. Anyone have any doubt or shall I move? All good? Okay, so let me move to the next slide and then we have to explore something next. So let me move it. Now we have to configure some kind of the interfaces. Now you can see we have the different kind of the interface and zone. How many you heard about the virtual wire type of the interface, tab mode interface? You guys understand? You guys heard anywhere in your life? This virtual wire interface might be you understand the like normal interface, layer 2 interface, because you have to pass the VLANs. And layer 3 interface, you have to pass the IP. But what is the virtual wire interface? What is the requirement of the virtual wire interface? What is the tab mode interface? So that also we have to understand theoretically. We have to understand the concept. And after concept, we have to do the practical as well. So practical is also very important. Then we understand what is the meaning of the zone and how this zone is going to very important in the Palo Alto Firewall. Trust me, guys, this zone is very important. Means I'm just telling you, any interface except HA. There is an interface type that is a HA interface. We'll find later on. Required zone configuration. Any type of interface. Note it down. Means even we have the any layer 2 interface, layer 3 interface, sub interface, interface type. It always going to require your zone configuration. So that's the then we have to understand the DSCP. DSCP have the two format, right? Even you can see the labs also. Let me show you. So let's suppose you want to deploy something. So, okay, just think about, we have this device acting a DSCP server. I'll show you, I'll convert this as a DSCP server. Just think about this is a DSCP server. So how I can integrate external DSCP server in the Palo Alto Firewall, and how even I can make this DSCP server Palo Alto Firewall. In both scenario, you'll understand. Means even this firewall is going to act as a DSCP server for this different LAN client. And if I don't want to make, I want to integrate my external DSCP server, which is hosted in my data center, then how the communication is going to happen and how my DSCP request is going to reach from this particular client to this particular DSCP server. That also we are going to explore in our lab scenario. I'll show you step by step. And then we'll understand the functionality of the virtual router. That is a unique router going to sit in every firewall of the Palo Alto. Means you are going to purchase any firewall. By default, you are going to get one virtual router. But if you want to make multiple virtual router, even you can make. But it totally depends on the hardware limitation. Some hardware support 2 virtual routers. Some hardware support 10 virtual routers. Some hardware support 2 to 5 virtual router as well, maximum. So you have to understand the data sets. I'll explain those data sets. Which router is going to support how many virtual routers, and then you can do the different routing. It's similar to the VRF, right? Within the router, I can like separate the different routing domain by configuring the VRF. Then it is going to be configured the VRF. Clear to everyone? Any question in this module? Please ask me if you have any questions. 25 people are here, so at least you ask me anything.
Sir, this is Rajesh.
Yes, Rajesh.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah. See that here you're talking about that virtual thing center, right? So suppose how that I mean, particularly for this particular firewall, Palo Alto. So I mean, virtual firewall means the how when we are going to segregate some interfaces for some like first two ports it's like a in like a security zone input and output or next two ports it's for other VM I mean other security zone
Okay, I
like that.
understand,
Yeah,
Rajesh. Let me mute you because you have a lot of background noise.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let me mute you. Okay, so you have the background noise. So see, in the firewall, we have the different mode of deployment. Like you can see, if I have different use case is going to be there. It's not like every time you have to deploy. We have to understand which scenario I have to use the virtual wire deployment. So we have a dedicated use case where I will deploy the Palo Alto interfaces as a virtual wire. If I have the different use case, let's suppose I want to do some packet capture and some kind of the like I want to set some firewall as a just monitor the traffic, then I will deploy the tap mode. If I want to do the VLAN label configuration, then I have to deploy the firewall as a layer 2 mode. So we have to understand the customer requirement, what or might be your company requirement, what actually I have a need. If I want to use Palo Alto Firewall just switch, I can use it. There is no problem. At the same time, the same firewall going to use for the layer 3 router as well. So means this device have the capability. This device can do the multiple type functionality at the same time. And how you're going to leverage that, that's up to you. You can think in this example. Let's suppose you are going to purchase one of the phone. So phone might be have the n number of the features. Might be they have the good camera, might be good they have the good kind of the sound quality, I mean selfie camera and the back camera. Good have they can connect like multiple kind of the external devices also. They have very good kind of the video editing software, some kind of AI feature also they have. But might be you are not going to utilize all 3 4 5 feature and you're going to utilize 2 3 features. But if we have the good device, good phone, probably you want to do some AI based video editing, then you can do that because your device have feature. So it's totally depend your need, your want, your intent, and based on that, your intent whether my device is capable to do or not. Simple thing is going to happen in the production environment as well. Let's suppose I have the good firewall, they can work as a layer 2 switch. I have requirement to make the firewall as a switch. So I don't have to purchase the switch. I can simply use my firewall. I can create the VLAN. I can connect my devices and they are going to exactly work as a switch. If I want to do the packet capture, I can use the one firewall interface and I can do the packet capture as well in my monitoring port or might be the WiSA devices. So this is how it is going to help and solve your purpose. Okay, Rajesh. So moving next, we have the most important, that is the security and NAT policies. This security and NAT policy, guys, is going to be very important. Why? Again, it's part of the 90% interview questions or 99% interview questions. Means you are going to give the Palo Alto interview. They are going to ask what is the security policy, how you can manage the security policy, and then they are going to talk about the NAT. And that NAT is going to be multiple flavor. Means if I'm going to talk about the source NAT having the further 3 classification. We have the source static NAT, we have the source dynamic NAT, and then we have the third is the PAT. So which NAT I should use in which scenario in the source, right? So source NAT itself have the 3 flavor and we have to understand all 3 flavors to just do the real-time deployment. And then we have to understand the destination NAT. What is the destination NAT? Then we have to understand the util NAT as well. And then we have to understand our dual NAT. Dual NAT is something, if I want to do NAT at the same time for my source IP and destination IP. Means something, let's suppose I receive a packet, this is my original packet, and this have this IP address, like be 123.10.10.10, and it want to go on this IP. So this is my source IP address, this is my destination IP address. So this is my original packet. But if you want to do a dual NAT, that means your source is going to be also changed with the new IP, and destination is also going to change with the new IP. That is known as the translated packet. Where new IP might be, it is going to happen 192.168.10.1, right? And your destination is going to change, might be 172.16.10.111. It could be any IP address. So this is how basically, if you want to do the dual NAT scenario, then it is going to happen and your all IP scenario is going to be changed. So that we are going to discuss in the module 4. And then after, we are going to talk about the next generation firewall feature. You understand? I show in the very first slide, we have the next generation firewall, right? Why this next generation firewall? These are the normal feature which we discuss right now. Means the architecture, initial configuration, zone, security policy. It is normal feature. But if you want to make your device more sophisticated, next generation firewall, then you have to work on the application identification. What is application? That is your Facebook, Yahoo, Google. Lot of application is available. Let me show you in the Palo Alto Firewall. If you go here, this firewall can recognize more than 4,000 applications. So let me show you on the latest VM. So if you go here in the object and go in the applications, it is going to recognize more than the 4,655 application. Even you want to go and check the real time, just go on the Google and search one of the website, Applipedia. You just search it and you can find the real-time application, how many application Palo Alto Firewall can recognize. So you can see 497, it's a real time. And this is the latest firewall. So they have the recognition for the 4,605. And this is my older firewall. That's why it's saying why you should know the different version as well. This firewall, you can see we have the, how many? Just 3418. If you're going to work on the 9.0 firewall, even they have the lesser application because they're not getting latest update. So that's why if you're going to latest firewall, they have the more kind of the features, more kind of the real-time application prevention systems. So this we are going to discuss application identification, and this application you are going to search any application. Let me show you. If you want to, let's block Instagram. You don't want to see the reel. So they say Instagram is going to be allow block. If you want to, let's suppose you have the scenario. Have you guys realized Facebook? Your company might be you able to do the Facebook, means you are able to open the Facebook page. Might be you not realize or realize, I'm not sure. But once you open the Facebook page, you cannot have any option for the Facebook chat. You not have any option for the any kind of the file sharing via Facebook. But you are working from home and you have the your own device, you can do these all work. Might be you not having any kind of the Facebook, you're not able to play Facebook video, right? Have you ever realized, anyone notice this one? And how it is going to be happen? Means your company, you're able to open the Facebook, right? But not able to do the chat. You're not able to do any file sharing. You're not able to play any video. Why? And what logic behind it? That's happened via the application ID. So application ID can even understand with the main application. See, Facebook is the main applications. So I can allow this, but at the same time, if I block the chat, if I block the file sharing, I block any kind of the games, this all is going to be blocked, but still I can able to open the Facebook, but I will not able to do the chat. This is the beauty of the application identification. Based on that, you can create the policy and we can do different kind of the test as well. So you can correlate why my Facebook is not working from my company. And also we have to understand what is the application group and what is the application filter, how they are going to make your life very easy. Then we have to move on the content ID. What is content ID? So let me give in some idea. What is the application? What is the content? So let's suppose this is your one packet. Okay. And this packet have the lot of informations. Let's suppose we have the different informations. Let me draw it here. Give me 1 minute. So let me draw some sections. Okay. So this is one packet. Okay. This packet have some kind of the source MAC. We have the destination MAC. We have the source IP. We have the destination IP. We have the source port. We have the destination port. And we have the apps. That is the applications. Okay. And then we have some additional field we'll discuss. We have some kind of the URL. We have some of the user ID, right? We have some kind of device ID. We'll see, like, we just ignore it. We have some additional field, just mention the additional like info inside of the packet. Then you have finally data. That is, data is your payload. That is known as the content. So let's suppose you can filter the packet based on the MAC address. That is a layer 2. Based on the IP address. That is a layer 3. Based on the source port, destination port. That is a layer 4. Based on the application. This is the application. That is a layer 7. Right? And some additional field we'll discuss later on. Okay. Hold your thought. But what about the data? Let's suppose your packet have some data. But data, 99% cybersecurity issues happening with the data. Means what happening? Hackers are sending some file, okay, and they're asking to open it. Once you open, your phone is going to be hacked, right? Your some malware virus is going to be downloaded. Phishing link that basically we called as the phishing link, right? Phishing like URLs. So based on that, you having some antivirus problem, means virus problem, some spying activity, some vulnerability, some DOS attack, some data leak is going to happen. So anything is going to happen through your firewall, and that have the content. And if that content is infected by the any kind of the malware, worm, vulnerability, then how it is going to be protected? In that case, your firewall is going to inspect your full content, right? After inspecting your full content, they will figure it out. The file or the data do not have any kind of the virus, right? Do not have any kind of the spying activity, do not have any vulnerability, do not have any bad URLs, do not have any kind of DOS attacks, and do not have any potential important data from your company, which is going to leak through your firewall. So that's the beauty of the content ID. So that means in this section, we are going to test each and every field, how this content IJ is going to be configured, how this firewall is going to protect our different kind of the content based on the like antivirus, anti-spyware. You can see we have the different policy. Probably I'll go here, no, in this only. And then we have the vulnerability, URL, file, WildFire, data filtering, and DOS. And then how this is going to apply in the policy, and how basically we can test each and everything inside of the policy as well. So if I go in the policy, if I just add any policy, you're going to find all the security profile I can attach here. Means anything process is going to be happen through my policy. And if my policy have that much information already attached, they are going to scan any virus, any spying activity, any file, URL, data, wildfire, everything it is going to scan. So this is the beauty of the content ID. Any question about the app and content, guys? Anyone?
One question I have. So
Yes,
even
yes.
if it is even if it is encrypted data also, it is going to decrypt it
Yes,
and then
that's a good question. Yeah. So let's suppose there is two scenario. The one scenario, your packet might be not encrypted, means this packet is going to be HTTP, right? So there's two types of packet. HTTP. So this is going to work on the port 80. So by default, port 80 is going to in plain text. So in that case, content inspection by default is going to work. But what if my packet is HTTPS? Means this packet is fully encrypted. Will this going to work? Might be it is going to ask the interview. So answer is definitely it is going to work, but you have to understand the next section of this firewall topic, that is the SSL decryptions. Means you have to do the decryption policy. You have to apply the decryption policy inside of the firewall. Based on that decryption policy, even your traffic is coming for the HTTPS. means it's a fully encrypted. In that case, also firewall is going to decrypt. It is going to make in the plain text, and then it is going to read all data. And if anything is bad, any malware, any virus is going to be there, it is going to protect it. So this is how SSL decryption going to come in a picture. So I
Yeah,
was
so,
about
yeah, so Vishal Saab, so that means, if we want to use these features, then we have to do the decryption. Otherwise, we cannot,
yes,
right?
if you don't want to use, that's why in a Palo Alto firewall, let me show you. If you really want to create a decryption policy, then it is going to work. If you're not going to create, then only it is going to inspect any plain text traffic, not
Okay, thank
to inspect for the HTTPS traffic. And one more thing, guys, you have to note this decryption is not legal for every country. So you have to follow the bylaws as well. So whenever you have the decryption requirement, you must have to follow the government norm and regulations as well. All right. So it is not recommended to decrypt all the traffic, but yes, we can do that. Clear?
Thank you.
Welcome. So here we have the different antivirus, anti-spyware, vulnerability, URL filtering, DOS and all. And then finally, even I can do the any file blocking. Let's suppose your company want to allow or block some kind of the PDF, right? You want to allow and block some kind of the Word document, right? Or some kind of the zip file or any RAR file. So you can deploy and you can block. So we have a lot of file type available, and based on that different file type, let's suppose you can create the policies, and that all might be going to block or a specific file might be blocked. It's totally your intent. You can see. So we have the 7G, BAT, CHAP, CHM class, CPL, DIL, ASA, like Flash. So whatever I want, I will allow, and whatever I want to block, I can block. That feature also available in the Palo Alto Firewall. What is a WildFire? Anyone heard about that WildFire? Any guess what is the WildFire? Anyone know? Have you heard anywhere in your industry WildFire? Have you heard about zero-day attack? Anyone in the class? It's more than like a lot of people are here. What is zero-day attack? What is a WildFire? Anyone know? Okay. So no worry, I'm here to help you out. So if someone is going to talk about zero-day attack, that means just take an example. COVID have any vaccine who can prevent. So that was the vaccine issue. Means vaccine was not there. And COVID-19 patient and all. Hello, any problem? Hello?
Yeah, it was breaking. Now it's okay. Fine.
It was breaking.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's fine. Let me see. I don't know what happening. Let me see. Yeah, I can understand there was some breaking. Let me just give me 1 minute. I want to see live. Okay. Oh, okay. So there was some glitch from the internet side, but yes, sorry for that. So till where it was fine. I was asking, anyone know about the WildFire or zero attack? Anyone? What is
Yeah,
zero attack? So I was talking before COVID, means COVID was happened. There was a lot of medicine was there. Means it's not like before COVID-19, we don't have the medicine, we don't have the vaccine. Everything was there. Medicine was there, vaccine was there. But none of medicine helped to prevent the COVID-19. None of the vaccine was able to prevent the COVID-19. Means whatever the resources we have, that resources was not enough to protect real-time issues, real-time virus, which basically affecting the multiple human lives. Makes sense? So after this attack was happened, COVID-19 was happened, start doing the research, means all medical industry start doing the research, and they finally made a lot of vaccine, and after that vaccine people are going to be like vaccinated, and then we minimize the COVID spread, and also we done a lot of preventions. So what I want to make a point here, even we have the lot of resource, lot of signatures, lot of vaccine, those were not effective for any new virus which enter in the world. So similar in the Palo Alto Firewall, in my Palo Alto Firewall, we have lot of signatures to protect antivirus, to protect URL filtering, to protect any DOS attack, to protect any vulnerability. But there is a chance I have very new virus going to enter from internet to my firewall, and for that they don't have any signature, means they don't have any vaccine. Then how it is going to happen? Means this is going to be process and it is going to infect your LAN devices. So how I can catch those kind of the problems? For that, we require 0-day protections. 0-day protection means anything is going to hit newly to my firewall, which signature is not available. So in Palo Alto, we have the WildFire subscriptions. You have to take the WildFire subscription. I'll explain how it is going to happen. Based on the WildFire, all transition is going to be analyzed by WildFire servers, and any suspicious is going to be happen. Any suspicious activity is going to happen. They will create a signature and they will block within the 15 to 30 minutes. This is how your zero packet attach is going to be happen, and we'll see in the live how it is going to generate it and how it is going to protect it. Clear? And then SL decryption also we understand. Now moving to the next, we have the user ID, where we'll see how AD is going to be integrated. Based on the AD, how we can create the policies. So even in our lab, we have the AD, you can see. Let me see, show you. So if I just open this, so we can have the real AD as well, Active Directory server. We can integrate with the Palo Alto Firewall. Based on that, we can create a policy. And based on that policy, we'll see how basically based on the user name, we can create the policy. So that we understand in very detail. We'll do the lab, very big lab we have in this user ID. And then the VPN concept, very difficult part for any engineer. Means you have to understand the complete IPsec VPN. That's concept. At the same, you have to understand the global protect. What is the global protect? So this IPsec VPN, you have to understand what is the phase 1 parameter, what is the phase 2 parameter, what is the 6 message exchange, what is the 3 message exchange, what is the main mode, what is the tunnel mode. So that we all have to aggressive mode, main mode, tunnel mode, transport. A lot of like we have the theory inside of the IPsec. IKey version 1, IKey version 2, 6 packet exchange, 3 packet exchange, quick mode. So we will understand phase 1, phase 2 parameter, then we'll do the lab, then we'll do the global protect, and we'll test everything in our lab. So you're going to champion for this particular VPN concept as well. Apart from that, we'll discuss about the management and reporting. We'll discuss about the day-to-day operation, day-to-day troubleshooting, how my dashboard is going to look like. Basically, this is dashboard. So I'll explain in very detail about the different section of the dashboard. What are the different informations, why it is going to be helpful for you, what all information you're going to get from there. So that definitely you're going to understand. And most important, where I was, you are going to pull some reports, how the reporting is going to happen, and then also discuss the panorama. So panorama, where we are going to understand what is the pre-rule, right? What is the post-rule, how the firewall is going to integrate with the panorama, what is the prerequisite to build any onboard any firewall to the panorama, how we can create the template, what is the device template, what is the shared template, what is the policy template, that we are going to understand in the panorama. And we have some limitation for the license, so full flash we cannot test, but some of the partial thing we'll check, and then we understand like everything, what all feature available in the panorama. And then you guys will be the like easily going to correlate based on your production panorama, how the firewall is going to be onboarded and all. Final thing, after this all, we have the high availability that I told, right? That not required any zone configuration. So we have two module here. One is the active passive. That's the most usual module. And then we have the active as well. So these all also we are going to test in our lab. We'll see the real-time deployment, how the active is going to deploy, how active passive is going to deploy. So for that also we have the very nice labs available, and we'll test the both the design. So you don't have to worry about, see, this is the active. So we have to understand what is the use case for the active, which scenario it is need to be deployed, and what is the active passive as well, and how it is going to deploy. So this also we are going to understand in our lab scenario, and you guys are going to get everything. So after that, this all 12 module is going to be completed. And why you should join and why you should work with the Gwinnett Technology? Because we are dedicated for you. We are the training company, and we are giving the one-to-one mentoring session, because like you are going to understand very depth concept. Live session is going to happen. You have the lifetime video access, 24/7 lab. Also, we are going to provide a job assistant. Any opening is, because we are the globally connected, a lot of global students, like we have the very large audience. So we are going to get always latest trend from the market, latest job opportunity from the market. And also we help to get you certified. Definitely after completion, you're going to get the certificate as well. So that is going to be help while you're going to post on the LinkedIn. And also you can join our communities, right? You can join our Telegram channel, join our Facebook channel. So you are going to get a lot of like free informations where the job is there, L3, L2, L4 job are available. We have some kind of the other kind of the foreign job available. So you're going to always get that. So this kind of assistant you are going to get from us. And we are very passionate to just help everyone to just grow in their career. So I believe that's all from my side, guys. Thank you so much for running the session. Now it's your turn. Whatever question you have, please ask. Ask your question.
Sir, Rajesh here.
Yes, Rajesh, please go ahead.
After covering all the topics, which exam will be suitable, sir? This is like a PCNA or a PCNE, sir?
Both you are going to cover. Both
Okay.
certification you are going to cover, PCN and
Okay.
PCNSE. So in next lecture, you have a lot of noise, Rajesh.
Yeah, 1 second, sir. 1 second.
You have a lot of noise. I believe something is working behind you.
Yeah. Now it is. Now you can't feel, sir.
Now it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So let
Yeah.
me show you. Let me show
Yeah.
you. Just give
Yeah.
me 1 minute. So if you're going to attend this session, okay,
Okay.
so you are going to certified both PCN and PCNSE. Both is going to be certified like by us. Means
Oh,
you can attend the certification after completing the session.
okay. So you will provide any material for men or?
So definitely in an ebook, we have the lot of Q&A questions. Let's suppose I'm going to open my ebooks. So
Okay.
that's the most official thing. But you know, market, a lot of people are doing a lot of naughty things as well. And a lot of free resources available. So we not encourage for that, but you can just find the sessions, but you just go with official ebooks as well. And you are going to find a lot of questions here inside of
Okay.
the ebook, and you are going to just do a lot of kind of, see, certification section also here available. And
Okay.
you are going to get some idea like different kind of scenario. And also you're going to find a lot of kind of the questions, MCQ question in this particular chapters. So you can prepare, you can test your knowledge, how much you are comfortable and all. And then also free resources are available on the internet. You can download, you can just do the Q&A testing, and then you can book your exam. You can clear your exam.
So this particularly this polar material, is it have to download from the portal or is it
Yes,
available
yes.
from our?
You can get access, lifetime access from these all study material from us, and you can
Okay.
download, you can keep in your system, and you can read whatever you want in mobile or anything.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Rajesh. Any other question, guys? Please feel free to ask. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, because still we have a time, so we can have a discussion.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, sir. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Are we covering only Palo Alto or any other like
So
firewalls as well?
yes,
40K.
we have the Palo Alto Firewall, this batch for the Palo Alto, but I'm the instructor for the FortiGate batch is also running right now. Checkpoint batch is also going to start. So it's up to you. Cisco ASA also going to start, right? So whichever firewall you're going to learn, it's up to you. Based on your interest, we are going to schedule the batch for you. But most demanding firewall are these two. Top number 1 or 2 firewall you can consider. But yes, Checkpoint also have very good demand. Cisco also have very good demand. So it's totally depend on the current project and what is the requirement. But if you're not having a requirement, you really want to upgrade yourself, then you just always go with the Palo Alto or FortiGate. That's the best firewall in the market.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shoki. Vinayak, you asking something?
Yeah, how long I can access your labs?
So once we start this session, so by default, this session is going to be minimum almost, if you're going to attend a 5 day, then it's a 1.5 month. It is going to be happen. If we are going to have a weekend classes, then it's a 2 month, or probably 1 week is going to be extra. 3 classes, then it's 2 months is going to be happen. Like we are going to cover like 3 day in a week. So we'll decide the structure based on your interest. But yes, 2 month by default, you are going to get a lab access 24/7. After 2 months, if batch is running, then your lab is definitely going to be there. But if batch is finished for or on 2 months, so your lab is going to be like finished as well. But let's suppose your batch is started today and you are not taking lab, you asking, okay, I'll take lab might be after 15 days after attending the session or 20 days. So after when you request, then after your month is going to be counted. This is how it is going to work.
Sir,
But-
what is the fee? What is the fee structure for course?
So you just have to reach on this number for the fees. Okay. So you have the dedicated team. So you can just drop on this message on this particular number, WhatsApp or call, and they will get back to you for the any fee and a structure, because I'm not
Okay,
right person to talk. I'm your trainer. Okay.
No issue. No issue.
Okay. Any other thing, guys?
Yeah,
Hanuman?
just one question. See, actually, I know about ASA, FTD, FMC, but like, what are the? I didn't work on Palo Alto, honestly. So, what are the key difference here? Like,
So first thing, completely
Yeah.
platform difference, right? Completely platform difference. But as you know, like firewall, if I'm talking any firewall, basic principle is going to be same. Let's suppose you're talking about the mobile phone. We have the Samsung mobile phone, we have the Nokia mobile phone, we have the iPhone, right? These are all the phones, right? They all have the basic principle. What I can do, you can do the call, you can do the message, you can do the WhatsApp chat, YouTube streaming. But what is difference? That's their processing capacity, their speed, their hardware stability, and some like AI based feature if they have. So that's the totally difference. So if you talk about the ASA and the Palo Alto Firewall, if you compare based on the market research side by side, so you are going to find a lot of issue in the Cisco ASA. Let's suppose you are going to compare with the Palo Alto with the Cisco. So this is a Palo Alto and this is might be Cisco. So you can see, like, if you talk about the industry rating, overall Palo Alto is the very high security performance, where the Cisco is very lacking. Means overall security performance is very low for the Cisco ASA, and then value for money, it's very costly, and you're going to Palo Alto, right? It's going to be like a little bit cheaper than that. Implementation is very easy, right? It's like very little bit complex. Management is very good and it's not very good. Support is like, so Cisco support is always going to be good. So you can see equal support, cloud feature, they have the equal feature. So we have the different ratings. Most important security performance means overall how you're processing the packet, how many packet you're going to process, and how fast it is. That's the most important thing. And same thing also you have to consider the Gartner Magic Report. This is the open standard.
And-
They rate the
and what about like Fortinet?
Fortinet is
I mean,
like
Palo Alto and
equal-
Fortinet?
yeah, they are like equal. You can see Fortinet, Palo Alto. Sometime Fortinet is leader, sometime Palo Alto leader. Yeah, so they are almost equal. You can see FortiGate and Palo Alto. So you can see most of the same security performance. Both have same. Say value for money. It's a cheaper than the Palo Alto. This firewall. FortiGate. It's very cheap firewall. Implementation. It's Palo is good, right? But it's also very good. And management almost Palo Alto good support. You can see Palo Alto very good support. FortiGate support is very bad support. And cloud feature you can see also Palo Alto have the very good cloud support as well.
Thank you.
Clear. So what we can do, we can have the multiple discussion session. Today we just discussed about the course and overview, But now once we land in the next class, I'll discuss why firewall. We'll discuss about the Palo Alto history. Then I'll explain the Palo Alto products. I'll discuss about the different research. And then we'll discuss about the stateful, stateless firewalls. And then we can talk about the proxy and firewall differences. Then we start with the different G-scaler. And then we go in the architecture. So architecture is even going to start after 2-3 classes. Okay. It's not so early because before the class, we have to understand entire portfolio of the firewalls.
Sorry, the last question, does this, as you mentioned, proxy, so does this Palo Alto also support proxy feature as well?
Yes, it is going to support, but that you have to integrate with the Prisma SASE solution.
Okay.
Okay. See, job opportunity for fresher. Also, you are going to get a lot of job opportunity. We are going to help you. We are going to share you all available job. So you have to keep in touch with our support team after your enrollment, and then definitely they will help you a lot to just finding out any jobs. Okay. So you can just always have to reach and drop message and write email if anything you guys want to like get. Okay, so this is the email as well. All right, so I believe that's all for today. Nice to talk with you all and see you in the next class. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye bye. Take care.